What's happening? Welcome back. I'm super pumped for today. This is my 18S mountain board and I've been freaking loving it. It's my main board now. I'm always on it. Whenever I get a chance, it's just freaking sick. Now, I've also got a spare one of these, just a cheap ESC enclosure. I've also got a spare STORMCORE 100D. And I've also got a spare set of 90 kV 18S motors with the same pulley size, the same mounts. Let's set this thing up four-wheel drive. So I'm just giving these a clean up with some spray and white. Even though these motors look different, they've got the open can design for better cooling and things like that. They are the same motors, what's on the back of this board. So they are completely the same specs, same size, same brand. They're wound the same, so they should be perfect up front. I'm gonna have the 100D up front and as well as one in the back. So the same ESC. Now I'm not gonna connect them via CAN because I don't need to run an on-off switch. I just use roll to start. What I'm gonna do is just split PPM and just split the signal wire to both ESCs. Alright, so I'm also going to be swapping out to a metal base plate. These plastic base plates, they do last alright on the front of a board, but they don't last when you put motors and motor mounts on them and it has the torque, the twist. It blows out these plastic bits. But if you're just running it as a front truck with no motors or anything on it, the plastic does seem to hold up pretty well. I've been jumping this thing a lot lately and it's holding up. But if you're going to put motor mounts and that on the truck, you need to go with the metal base plate. All right, so it's a new day. I got a little bit caught up yesterday and had to do a few things. So we've got motors on, mounts on, belts, pulleys, hanger, ESC enclosure. I'm gonna leave the wires messy again. I don't know if I'm gonna leave it like this. All I've got left to do is run wiring. So let's get into it. How's that for timing? Just started pissing down rain. Always the way. Okay, so this may be confusing for some, but it's quite simple. The way I get 75 volts 18S is using three 6S batteries, 6, 12, 18. I hook them up in series, 1, 2, 3. So then I have the full 75 volts coming out of this connector here. I then plug that into the vent and away I go. Now that I'm running two vents, I want to split that and I want to parallel this side. So I've made this connection and then plug into the full voltage through this connector. Before I do that, I'm going to make sure that I have correct polarity at this new ESC. I made this with connectors because I don't think this is going to stay four-wheel drive. So I just wanted to make it that I could pull this out and yeah, back to normal without too much solder and mucking around. So yeah, next step is unplug the and plug all this wiring in and check the voltage at each. I am so lucky I didn't just plug that in, that I checked that. Because I just soldered about 5 connectors, I got this one backwards. So the original ESC would be fine, but I just would have shorted that out with wrong polarity. I am so lucky I checked that. Perfect. All right, that's 2 ESCs all powered up. Lights are on. All right, all lights are on. So this little extra wire here, this is to split the PPM wire. So I'm gonna attach that into the PPM port and then I'm gonna run it along. I've run it through into the battery compartment and it will go all the way to the other ESC and join it to that PPM port over there as well. Like I said, I'm not doing CAN bus because I don't need to use the on-off button. I just use roll to start. All right, this new side is completely done. So everything is hooked up. The 2 ESCs are completely wired. The wires here are messy. I'll clean that up just for a test ride. I've got the PPM wire split. It's connected in. Now, the other thing is I run really high amp from these ESCs. So it's about 200 amps per ESC. So I'm only using 8 amp hour batteries. So yeah, they're rated to pull that much current, but they're not gonna do it for long and they're gonna sag. So what I've gotta do is incorporate my 20 amp hours and these 8 amp hours. I'll get that sorted now. All right, so here we have my 20 amp hour batteries. These are my 8 amp hour batteries. What I'm gonna do is use 1, 2 in series, and then I'm gonna run 2 of these in parallel and then run it in series with these. So because it's 20 amp hour, and 16 amp hour with these in parallel, it still only makes it a 16 amp hour 18S battery. All the ESCs together will be pulling 400 amps. So it's a lot of current. So I wanted to, put some bigger batteries in it. That's the reason why that I've got a slightly bigger battery box on this board now. So what I'll do here is run these two in parallel, double check this polarity, 24 volts. So now when I plug this one, and this one in, that should give me the 75 volts, 74.4 volts, and that turns it into an 18S 16 amp hour. That's going to be more than enough to run this setup. I know a lot of you are going to say you shouldn't mix milliamp hour batteries, but that's not always the case. You can mix them definitely in series. You've just got to keep check on the voltages of the smallest capacity batteries. Yeah, if you got concerns, leave them in the comments. I'll let you know how it goes anyway. Because I'm not connected over CAN, I need to set each ESC up identical. I'm gonna plug into this one and just double check all my settings, and then I'll go and do that one and put all the exact same settings in. Do the motor config on the new one and the input config, and we should be good to go. I just wanted to take a minute to talk about something. A few people have been on here saying, can I support your Patreon, or can I help you out? And I don't really know how any of that works. This whole YouTube thing is new to me, but I have signed up for the YouTube membership program. So if you go back onto my channel, you'll see that there's a join button next to the subscribe button. And yeah, if you want to go have a look, you can sign up for a small monthly fee to help out the channel. There are a few extra perks you get if you sign up. You'll get sneak peeks and early view of videos. You know, we'll connect on certain chat groups, and you can talk to me personally for any issues you have, anything like that. You know, I don't expect it. I'm not one to ask anyone for money. I feel that's so wrong. That's not how it is. You know, you're meant to work. You work for what you get. You know, this seems like a handout, but I put a lot of effort and a lot of time into this as well. And if you get any enjoyment out and you're willing to do that, I would appreciate that so much. If you don't want to, nothing's going to change. It's just going to continue on as is. It's just an option there. If anyone feels the need, they can support me in a small way, just a couple of bucks a month. I just thought I'd throw that out there, and yeah, I just want to appreciate all you guys that are out there watching these videos. I appreciate it so much. It's been good, it's fun, I'm still enjoying it. It's still not become a chore yet. I feel like it will at some stage. It's quite expensive to keep on new products and new motors and boards and doing all this 18 cell stuff. It's pretty expensive. I'm running a small business here in a small town in Port Macquarie, little grocery store. That's why I'm always in this shirt, because I'm always at work or just coming home from work, do this before it's head inside and dinner times. That's why you always see me wrapping this shirt, because it's my work uniform. And yeah, I'm still working 5-6 days a week. Once again, I appreciate you, all you guys, and yeah, continue with the build. Oh, most insane thing I've ever built. Crazy. This is crazy. The torque is scary. Like, it goes back to like the first time you've ever ridden an electric skateboard and you jump on it and it feels fast and the anxiety is pumping and you're freaking out, and it takes me back to that. But it's just crazy, the amount of torque. I just went for a quick rip up and down the road, and I'm still not hitting full throttle. I'm just easing into it. I want to build the trust with it, make sure everything's set up right, just work my way into it a little bit. I'm going to leave it at that for this video. I'm going to get heaps more riding on this thing over the next couple of weeks and do another video. Again, if you're willing to support me on YouTube membership, go and check it out. Don't feel like you have to, nothing's going to change. It's just there if anyone feels the need. And thank you so much again for watching. Everyone out there that's subscribed and watching, I'm loving it. And yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. Cheers, guys.